God bless. That was just weird. It said going live and it said I was live and then it switched to another screen and said I was live. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, here we go. God bless everybody. Um what I wanted to say, what I'm going to say is, people isolate you from your family. They do things and say things to disturb your thoughts about people close to you. And people been hurt throughout the years, and they would like to see others go through what they went through, far as with family. Like now, I've been separated from my dad, right? And people might not think that I realize that there has been a separation, a deliberate, things have been done deliberately to keep me and my dad from being around each other. It's sad. Uh, I can only pray for my dad and pray that he stays strong and make it through what this is. Know that I love him. I love all of them, okay? People have set themselves up in positions so that they can keep an eye on my dad, even on myself. I see it. Um, Nothing I can do about those individuals that want to spy and see what my dad and myself is doing. All I'll say is that no, I didn't know that some people were that foul, that bogus. I didn't know that people would move right around my dad. And the thing is, I'm gonna be cool about everything because God watching you. God is watching y'all. So if any of you decide that y'all think you want to put fear in my dad and all that stuff, my dad is older now. So, a lot of things he know he can't do and all that stuff. And for you younger cats out there that may have, made my dad or felt like you was, you know, bullying my dad, shame on you. Shame on you. I thought about some of the people that came to my house in Chicago, my parents' house, and the love, and so that was all fake, right? I can't make you stay away from anybody that I love, but God can. And people got to, own their own stuff. I get that. No, I don't know what all my dad may have in his past, but we all got some bones, don't we? Don't we? And hey, I get why some of you or I must have been needed off the scene because once I know what you did to my dad, you done, son. Regardless of what he did, all that. See, everybody's stuff is individual with me. You're separate. I ain't gonna clump you together. No, no, sir. See, whatever my dad got going on between me and him, that's what me and him and God got going on. You understand? None of you could influence me against my dad. All right, now, the eyeballs watching my dad right now, why don't y'all take some time and heal yourself, man, woman? Because I know your game. I know you like to put pain, inflict pain in whatever form that it come. That's what you want to do. You're not going to win this one. You're not. I don't know if you still uh, doing whatever, but you're not gonna win this one because I love you all, but I don't love y'all like that. Understand that? Now that I know people do things purposely to hurt me, you done, son. You done. Nothing that any of you could say or do will bother me because I know that some was done out of spite, some were done out of jealousy and envy, some were done out of force because you got caught up in some stuff you didn't want to get caught up in. So see, I have to be indifferent to all of you. No, I don't have to. I am. I'm not going to feel any way about any of this stuff that you may know of. See, you all had me help me protect my heart. See, God told me, protect your heart. It's in the word. That's why we can't look at our family and friends as if they are still family and friends. Because if they have continued down a path of sin, spirits got them. Understand that. I remember, imagine speaking to someone that you love and it's not. It's them, but it's not. You get me? You entertain angels, right? So you gotta be careful who you're entertaining, right? Those that you love and got caught in sin, didn't change before God turned them over. It tells you if you don't change it, God will turn you over to your desires and you won't be able to control them. He will let your desires take you if you don't get them in check. So try not to look at your loved ones and your family when they doing stuff that can hurt you and harm you emotionally and physically, mentally. That's not your family. Cause ain't nobody that love you gonna do that purposely. You did. They're not gonna do a continuously on a loop. You, you did. So don't look at them and get mad and angry and all that because that's the purpose of the spirit. That's the purpose of the demon to make you mad, angry, and upset because you're looking at your family, right? That's not your family at that time. The matrix is real, y'all. The matrix is real. You have to understand. You gotta, you know what I'm saying, take care of yourself. I thank the queen for enlightening me on the mental health part, strengthening my mind and all that. No, it's not just one though. Like I said, I get credit where credit is due. I've had help without people addressing me directly. You see, some may think that I'm speaking to people one on one and all this other stuff. No, you see, I'm in the stage right now where I got stuff to take care of, right? So I'm not closed off. My heart is open. I got stuff to take care. I got some things to handle to get me completely right too. You did. Mm. I'm thinking about my mom and dad and the family coming to our house, man. And it feels as if people wanted me and maybe even my kids and my brothers and stuff to go through some hard stuff because they had it hard, right? And they don't think we had it hard. And because like I said, the spirits wouldn't be able to take them over if it wasn't already there. Yeah. So whatever they was doing, it was already in them. It came out more. So I've had people that had envious spirits of me and I didn't know it. And now you see, I'm thinking about my dad and because people have lifestyles that you don't know about. And what if someone close to my dad or someone's close to my dad set him up and they blackmailing him? Because that's what you do here. It happens all over the world. I know that. But I know now even more so that y'all blackmail family. And for my dad not to be coming around me and talking and asking certain things, I get it. I want him to be self-efficient as well. And I've always helped him. But what I realize now is that some of you have separated me and my dad on purpose so that he will be dependent on you all and not me. And then you get me out the way, and now you're in control of his money and mine. You know, I get where y'all's going with it. And that part of me, you know, I'm going to let God do what God do because I don't need to lift no finger to y'all, man. I'm not gonna even let it rise my temperature no more, man. Y'all tried to steal my money and my dad's money. My dad worked at Chicago Meat Authority all these years, and because y'all hurt and petty, y'all decide, well, okay, he want to live he like that, so y'all gonna take his stuff. That's in my gut that y'all did something towards my dad after he done worked all these years and y'all ain't did nothing. My dad woke up at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. Yeah, he made some mistakes. Did he make enough mistakes severe enough for you all to blackmail him, take his stuff? What have y'all done? Are y'all being blackmailed? Are y'all paying out money? Well, that's my dad. And I hate it if he got himself involved or caught in something. I would hate it. But he's a grown man. And if he needs me and God allows it, he will have help. Always. Just as anyone that God places in my life. None of you can take anything that God has given me or placed in my care. So, depending on me to flip out or be angry because y'all did something to someone close to me or whatever you've done or said and all that, it's not going to work. Okay? I don't like you. See, I don't like you. I don't like your ways. I love you, but I don't like you. And I don't like your ways. All right? My old school is saying that, the old school is saying real talk, but that's violent though. But the old school, see, how I grew up, you deserve a chest shot. Some would say chin check, but I'll stay out all this here now. But a chest shot, punch you hard in your arm, punch you real hard in your leg, something like that. Yeah, punch you real hard in your arm or your leg. Cause see, I don't want to cause. Because if you get hit here, you can cause real damage, right? But if I hit you in your arm or your leg, see, I don't even want to hit you in your chest because you might got a bad heart. I don't want to hit you at all. What I'm saying is, the old school me know that you, the old school me know you deserve a boy, you deserve to get stole on. That's the old school me, you know? A few of you deserve to get stole on. And y'all know it's real. Y'all know that it's real. You know? Look, to those that's misunderstanding or not understanding, I was in my sin. So this is why all this happened. Okay. I activated a chain of events. All right? That that had to play out and was going to play out. Whichever way I chose. See now, have I had I chose a different way, I'd probably be out on the streets on the corner saying, baby, 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 baby. I'd be lost in the sauce. Had I chose differently, but I chose correctly. I chose to give up all that was draining me. I chose to love and not be violent. You see, growing up, there were people I used to get into fist fights with, but then I said to myself, why? And then I started noticing like certain people that be upset with me and want to fight me or just didn't like me. I was like, okay, you don't like me. You know what? I'm not finna fight them. You know why? Because they couldn't beat me. So why would I waste my time, my energy on people that cannot beat me? Physically, most definitely. Where they thought they had the advantage was mentally. And even spiritually. Yeah. See, because what I know now. So I'm not worried about none of you. All right? I'm not finna fight you. I'm not finna hate you. I'm not finna pity you. I'm not gonna feel sorry for you. I'm not gonna do any of that. Go to God, kids. Go to God. Plain and simple. Ugh. Ugh. You see, what you trained me for is to know that people will purposely try to hurt me and take from me. I never thought it was you all. I never thought it was my own. You understand? My own mixed in with other family. You see, everybody throwing off their scent. That's why it's been so confusing. It's so many that's involved with my family. You did. Now, here's the thing: did my family involve the people, or did the people involve my family? Or is it both? You see, was my family approached first and then my family approached the people? Or were the people approached first and then the people approached my family? And who approached the people or my family first? So now, you say, what is he talking about? I've been isolated. No one sees me, come around me, or anything like that. They would like to say it's because of something was wrong with me. In reality, uh, it's because they wanted me isolated to break me. Yeah. I'm not going to go into certain things, but y'all know that I know that certain people, places, and things were placed around me to break me. People did and said things to break me. So now that you all know that I know that y'all wanted me broken, what? What? I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. I'm not mad. I'm not sad. I truly don't care no more about none of that. Because God is going to deliver me from all. hmm Boy, the mirror is there. It's being seen. If anyone is looking in it and you get a good look, it's time to change. Don't you believe? Oh. I couldn't tell you exactly why I've been lied on so many times by officials, by people with power. I can't tell you offhand, but if you read the Bible, it says that that will happen to God's children. You'll be falsely accused. Yeah, so and you'll be brought in front of the court. You see? And this has happened to me throughout my life. I guess God was always trying to wake me up to who I am. Everybody else knew, not everybody, but a lot of other people knew. Because I kid you not, it's just now hitting me that, like, wait a minute. I ain't did nothing to none of these people. I didn't get beat up a few times by police officers. Why? Because it's my destiny. I didn't do anything to these officers. I didn't do nothing. But they beat me. So that means I carry something very strong within me that was trying to be broken, trying not to be seen. I no longer have to guess that I am powerful, I am great, because the officers, I've been beaten by police 4 times now. I'm not uh, being mad or want anyone to be angry with the police. No, no, I don't want that. I want people to wake up and realize that this is a spiritual war. Okay? And God is allowing me to be used. I answered the call. God chose me and I answered because I have been beaten badly by the police, not all my life, but man, in my 20s, in my 30s, in my 40s, and now in my 50s. My God. My God. Every 10 years, I get beat by the police. Wow. 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 Mm. So, oh God, few are called. Many are called, few are chosen. Many are called, few pick up. I was forced to pick up her. I was just hey, look, I was called that, but okay, so I picked up on the fourth call. You know why? You know why I think why? This call here was more severe than any of the others. I answered, yes, I did. I answered the call. That's why it happened. Lord have mercy. I always answer the call. That's when the police do that to me. When I start answering the call. Wow. Wow. And I went back to sleep the other times. I went back to sleep the other times. I was beaten back to sleep. Wow. Not this time. Not this time. You see, the other times that I was beaten by the police, none of my blood was spilled. This time, my blood was spilled. So this time was more severe than the other time. This time, they came for blood. The other times, it was a warning. This time, they came for my blood. Yeah. They got my blood too, y'all. Remember, I told you, they said out their mouth, get his blood. It was very unusual to me to hear those words on the site, on that site. They didn't wait for me to get to the hospital to take blood. They took my blood right there while I was on the ground, while it was pouring out of this wound. So that tells me that they wanted to experiment on my blood because they broke the law by taking my blood on the street. What there were two men there from the fire department. Two men. Okay. Those women, where did they come from? Where did those women come from that took my blood? Who has my blood? Huh? What were y'all doing with my blood? Huh? God know what you were doing with my blood. How is that turning out for you? I'm not trying to be funny or facetious. I'm curious because what's in me is that didn't turn out too well for you, stealing my blood. Because when they took me to the hospital, they came in with about 10 vials saying the doctor said we have to take your blood. I said, do I have to give you my blood? I said, no. I said, no, you ain't taking my blood. They took my blood on the street. So, once again, what are you doing with certain ones' blood? Why are you isolating people? You see, I can see people uh, knowing people, knowing certain things about certain people, right? And now I'm going to speak about the children in Jude Hospital, St. Jude, the cancer children, cancer little kids. You see, you can help a lot of children. You understand? And maybe some parents have some kids that need special attention, special treatment, special care. And they're at St. Jude, right? And just special. So if you don't know that you're special, but parents or no, the parents wouldn't know, but people affiliated with St. Jude and other places would know if you're special and they want you. Or people that's sick, period, know that you're special and they want you, but you don't know that you're special. But they find ways to use you to heal them. All right? The thing is, the way that they do it, harness and take it, they do it because they've done so much wrong now that if they come and tell you the truth, they're afraid that you won't help them because they feel they're undeserving of love. They feel they're undeserving of the help because they hurt people. All right? So they know they got to pay for that. So now they continue to hurt people because they don't want to pay for who they hurt already. Oh, yeah. I'm like this. I don't hold grudges. No, especially now when I know that people count on you holding a grudge so that you can be just like them, so that you can't move forward, so that you are in constant misery. People want you mad, sad, angry, dependent on them. And if you allow yourself to get mad, sad, angry, rageful, you become dependent on them, the system, the government, anybody, because you can't control you. So the powers to be will deem it fit for them to control you. Uh huh. And then when they call, ring a ring a ling, or do something, or say something, you gotta do it because how you gonna eat? How you gonna pay your bills if you don't do what they say? Because they paying you. You gotta jump through these many hoops, humiliation and degradation, whatever is negative. You might have to do it because you took the trap. You took the bait. You took the lure. I seen you on my stuff. So, uh, if you're not strong minded, you're going to stay trapped. If you don't realize or if you don't become strong enough to face what you've done and get it over with so you can get on with your real life because you live in a false life. Oh, okay. Uh, all right. I'm done talking about that. Have a great day, everybody.